Now, a special report from the Walteria News Network.
Greetings from the Happiness Alley Studios at Walteria Records. I'm Walt Winston, and I decided to put together this video to once again confirm everything that I have accomplished. And why this video even has to be made is because there are a few people that have an agenda, clearly filled with hate. They have no idea that the accomplishments that I'm about to discuss with you have actually happened, continue to happen, and nothing can be done about it on their end. So here's the first record of achievement I'm about to show you. The first record of achievement, you all know about Season 6 for America's Got Talent. I'm focusing the camera down to Season 7 of America's Got Talent, in which I appeared with my wife on stage and my son was backstage. Note here, there are two contestant numbers. This was at the initial audition in St. Louis, and this one was the number that I wore on the stage at the Fox Theater in St. Louis. Again, according to America's Got Talent rules, the song has to be in the top 40 in order for it to be allowed. Have you seen my heart for Season 7? Number 1. Number 1 position, mind you. Same thing as in Season 6. Truck drivers aren't supposed to cry. Number 1. Number 1 position, mind you. One publication that did the article. Again, the haters have no clue. Here we go, right there. October 2011. As you read the article, Los Angeles-based Beto Records clearly says in the... As you can see, I was not a member of Reverb Nation at the time. Here it says right here. Since 2007, he's released his songs through websites like the Los Angeles-based BetoRecords.com. And based on the internet charts, he has actually had more number 1 hits than the Beatles, his favorite band, or even George Strait, who's got 57 to Winston's 70. Now it has me quoted here. I have made music history by capturing the top 6 singles on a weekly published chart. Nobody had done that since the Beatles' record of the top 5 in March of 1965 on then radio and records charts. May have possibly been Billboard, but Billboard, to my knowledge, had not been around yet. But now we have these internet charts like Reverb Nation. In my case, it was BetoRecords.com and was also MP3.com based out of San Francisco. So I didn't create these charts, as some people would like to speculate. Number 1 folk artist in the world I was at one time. Right there. Right there. I had conquered all of Beto Records' folk music charts. The US, Mexico, the UK, and Germany. That's right. Back in 2008, long before America's Got Talent. These are the number 1s right here. All 87 of them, either as a solo artist or my former band, the Waltels. Well-documented group. As a Waltel, I had achieved 10 of those #1 hits as a member of my band. I either played rhythm guitar, lead guitar, or bass. We had numerous lineup changes of the Waltels. We even had a group before the Waltels called Walt Winston and the Cigarettes, which I started the band with Peter Salem, the first Peter Salem. His initials JW. And I'm not going to reveal who he is. And then myself and another band member who was never pictured. His initials were D.O. People like Dark Chicken think that, oh, well, he doesn't have any hits. Well, I do. Always have. First #1, mp3.com, Man of Many Faces. 51 downloads that day. All-time 614 downloads. 47 plays. Based on plays as well as downloads. Man of Many Faces. Back in 2007. Beta Records. Here I have the top 3. December 31st of 2007, I had my first solo #1 hit, Wish I May, Wish I Might. Had 137 plays that week. 287 plays total. Overall, #6 in the entire Beta Records folk music world. #6 overall, #1 in folk. Beta Records music world, thousands of artists, thousands of singles. I was #6 overall that week. That's an achievement within itself. Following week, You Caught My Eye. Another #1. Here's a chart in which I had all top 10 singles. All top 10. 237 plays. 86 in that 1 week on Beta Records folk music charts. Back when Beta Records was doing their charts, I was on a telephone conversation with the owner of Beta Records. His name was Chris. And we had a discussion, and he was talking about it, making the charts bigger with more potential singles, more different genres. I advised him against it, but hey, it's not my label. It's not my charts, it's his. He compared it to what was a Volkswagen, and he was going to build those charts into a Lamborghini. Thousands of genres. I told him it wasn't going to work. But again, he didn't take my advice. That's on him. I warned him that the charts would be watered down. I was right. For some of you people that don't think that I don't have any fans, well, guess what? I do have fans. Quite a few of them. I'm known in 151 countries. that have played my videos on YouTube. So I have fans. And I have close to 400 subscribers that subscribe to my channel. And thousands of more fans. Before I got on America's Got Talent, I was only known in 6 countries. US, UK, Mexico, Germany, Canada, and Australia, where I've had my music played. Before America's Got Talent, my music was being played on BBC, Radio Australia, as well as a few radio stations in the United States. KRKC in King City, California. My hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, at KDHX, where they continue to play my music. Beach 104, Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Big Dog Country, Jamestown, North Dakota. That's just to name a few of them. Now, I got news for you. Some of you don't think that I'm well known outside of St. Louis. Wrong again. Crawford, Nebraska. Winston hits #1 on Folk Blues chart. Omaha World Herald. Shattering musician tops the charts. Again, before America's Got Talent. This article dated 2008. Folk musician tops internet charts. Gains international audience. Again, before America's Got Talent. I wasn't on America's Got Talent until 2011, but I had already been on television 3 different occasions. I've been on television in 1999, Kill Devil Hills for hurricane relief. Beach 104 radio. Also did the story. That song I played on TV there, I'm Sailing Away. Back in 1999, mind you. King City, California. King City Rustler. They have a thing for the Salinas Valley Fair. One of 52 state fairs in California. I played there now 3 times. Here was my band, the Waltons, with James Vincent on lead guitar. I'm playing bass. Pat Shout, also known as Pat Lampo, was the drummer. And no, he's not Peter Salem. There are more than one Peter Salems that were ever in my band, and neither one of them were ever Waltels. One known as JW was in the original Cigarettes lineup, and the one that posts online, his one initial is T, and he performed with me at the Mark Chestnut concert in 2007. So yes, I opened for Mark Chestnut. Interviewed on K-Cup Radio in Lovelock, Nevada. Check it out if you don't believe me. Those of you that don't believe that I made any royalties on it, well, guess what? Here's the proof right here. This was the reason that I did not win. You see this? Truck drivers aren't supposed to cry. My single, I wrote it
And because I'm a member of BMI, I got royalties for appearing on television with that song. I got paid based on the high Nielsen ratings. The better the ratings, the more money I got. That's the reason I didn't make it, because these royalties. And I earned quite a bit on it, because it's mine. Another reason I got disqualified for exposing a logo on my guitar. This is the guitar that I played. I left the logo exposed. It's in the rules. It's a no-no. You cannot have any logo. Piers Morgan saw the logo and immediately hit the X. Something that minor can cause a contestant to be disqualified and not advance. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't follow the rules, you don't advance. That's what happened. Season 7. Logo covered. Howard Stern broke the rules by hitting his buzzer twice. Technically, I advanced. They didn't televise it because they didn't want the controversy. I have debunked many vicious lies and smears by my critics and people who hate me because they haven't achieved what I've done in the history of America's Got Talent. There have only been 4,000 contestants that ever appeared in front of the judges. I was fortunate enough to perform in front of the judges twice. My quarter hour that I was in on season 6 has the highest ratings ever for the history of America's Got Talent. 12.67 million viewers to 14.3 million viewers for an opening round act. I'm not talking about the finals. I'm talking about in the history of the program for an opening round act. The quarter hour I was in, and I took up most of it, I've had the highest ratings ever for an opening round act that got eliminated. Season 7, in which I did not appear on TV, but I did perform in front of the judges. That episode only had 10.4 million viewers, according to Nielsen. 2 million viewers less than what they had a year before that because of Piers Morgan not being there. Because Howard Stern was there. And because yours truly was not televised. Can I take credit for that? Well, let me put it to you this way. If my critics are going to make me take the blame, then I also need the right to be able to claim the success that I've had. Plain and simple. There's nobody that's done what I've done here. No one. Mine may have been based on number of plays. You can even consider it minor league. But this new album that I have now, if any one of those songs chart on the Americana Music Association's network, it goes on Billboard. And we're waiting to see if any of those songs climb the charts. Only time will tell. And to my critics, where were you in 2007 to November of 2010 when I was achieving all these #1 hits? Where were you to dispute them? You were nowhere to be found. I had been on television prior to being on America's Got Talent. Hurricane Relief, 1999, Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. 2004, Cornell, Georgia. hurricane relief. I played the song Sugar Candy Mountain. And back on August 20th, 1988, in St. Louis, I made the 6 o'clock news on KSDK television, performing a Beatles song called I'll Follow the Sun at the Bastille Days Festival. KDSK is significant. That TV station is significant for a number of reasons. In St. Louis, they air America's Got Talent. See their logo? NBC affiliate. That number 9 there. I won a guaranteed audition to appear in front of the judges. I was one of 5 acts that won. For those of you that think that I'm not known outside of St. Louis, you're sadly mistaken. According to YouTube, I'm known in 151 countries. I'm not going to name all 151 because of time constraints. But I'll list you the top 10. United States, Canada, Portugal, United Kingdom, Australia, Hong Kong, Finland, New Zealand, Malaysia, Poland, Morocco. I named you 11 right there. That America's Got Talent episode aired in the United States, the United Kingdom, aired in Canada, it aired in New Zealand, it aired in Japan. So I've gained quite a following. And then through satellite, I'm sure it's aired in more countries than that. But in conclusion, before any of you so-called critics decide to slam me, you better look at all the facts. Because I have a lot more facts that will back me up, just like I've always been backed up before. And to the fans out there, thank you for being a fan. Thank you for supporting me and my music. And thank you for enjoying the music. And those of you that have purchased music, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you out there. And until next time, for the Walteria News Network, I'm Walt Winston.